Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is sanctioned by the European Boxing Union. Please welcome into the ring, Juan Carlos Diaz Melero.
He has looked calm. He's a phlegmatic individual. Juan Carlos Diaz Melero, the 32-year-old from Spain. Former champion, can he regain it here? Scored a TKO in Madrid over Stefano Zoff. Good, experienced Italian fighter, did that 3 years ago. Lost to Yuri Romanov, as you've been hearing, but he looks in great shape for this. Very impressed with the way he looked at the weigh-in yesterday. He's got a slight height and reach advantage over Thaxton. And I don't think for one moment that he's going to be fazed by the big hometown support for the Norwich favourites. His strength is his strength, says Thaxton. Well, we'll see. He's been a pro a long time, Melero, not as long as Jon, of course, but he's been a pro for some 9 years, and this is a big night for him, trying to move up towards European title level and then onwards and upwards from there.
And his opponent, please welcome into the ring, Jon Thaxton.
Jon Thaxton, who's been a pro since 1992. How much does he still have left in the tank? He says that he's relaxed, he's happy, he's fit, he's better prepared than he was against Romanov when he lost his European title challenge earlier this year. He was in against a world-class opponent then, but in some people's eyes, he looked like a fighter who had perhaps reached the point where he was starting to go into decline. Tonight's going to tell it one way or the other. Has he got one great night left? Certainly those fans who packed out this Norwich Showground would hope that Thaxton has got what it takes to at last win the European title. He's been a credit to himself over the years, a credit to British boxing. Can he now win the title that he craves?
Tennessee Sports, in association with ITV Sports, Super Channel, Lonsdale, Hooters of Nottingham, proudly present championship boxing at the Norwich Showground in Norwich. For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching at home, live and exclusive on ITV4, this is your main event. Fight fans, are you ready? This is a 12-round bout in the European lightweight title match. Introducing first in the blue corner, he weighed in at 9 stone, 8 3/4 pounds, with a record of 36 wins, 19 knockouts, and no losses, fighting out of Ciudad Real, Spain, Juan Carlos Diaz Melero. with a record of 33 wins, 18 knockouts, and 8 losses. Fighting out of Norwich, Norwich, Jon Thaxton. Ladies and gentlemen, your judges for this bout are Freddie Raffin, Arnold Golger, Sergio Silvi. Your official timekeeper is Nick White, and your referee, Robin Dolpier.
You respect the rule and the referee. Okay, made a good fight.
Final words of instruction from the French referee, Robin Dolpier. Now Thaxton, at 34, tries to win this European title. He's been matched hard through his career. He's fought some good men, pushed Ricky Hatton hard back in 2000, been in with Eamon McGee, Jason Rowlands, always had a tendency to cut. I'm sure his cornermen would hope that that's not going to be a factor tonight. He's healed remarkably well from what was a bad injury against Romanov. Talked to him yesterday, and looking close at the damaged area above his eyes, there's very little scar tissue, which I have to say surprised me. But how sharp can he look? He's going to have to be at his best against this guy. Melero, experienced, capable, and arguably a little bit fresher, perhaps, than Thaxton.
Thaxton doing the right thing, taking the centre of the ring. Just pacing himself quite nicely. Switch hitter Thaxton, right-handed and left-handed stance. It's a good effect.
Now trained by Graham Everett, formerly with the Ingle camp, Jon Thaxton. Support bandage around Melero's left knee. I wonder whether his mobility is going to be affected by that. Well, this is a real good old-fashioned exchange right in the early moments of this fight, and Thaxton showing immediately that he's going to try and really stick it on this man, trying to lay the pressure from word go.
Yeah, Melero just being very cool about things. Just riding the early onslaught from Thaxton. Poker-faced is Melero, showing absolutely no expression whatsoever.
Got a decent jab, Melero. His right hand is his danger shot, and Thaxton stumbles backwards. It's a slip, the referee saying. Must confess, I checked with the bookmakers earlier on today to see what the odds were on this fight. Both of them 6-5 on, 25-1 or thereabouts the draw. So it's absolutely, as far as the bookies are concerned, a pick-em contest. Every shot that Thaxton lands, you can be sure, will reach a buzz of acclaim here. He's got sort of cult hero status down here in East Anglia, Jon Thaxton. He was on the pitch at Carrow Road last week, drumming up support among the Norwich City faithful. He does have this tendency to cut, though. And it may be that he's cut already. No, it's Melero who's cut under the right eye. Juan Melero's trainer, Ricardo Sanchez Acocha, is the man doing his own cut work there, trying to staunch the flow of blood. And there you see it, it's not a good one, that. Thaxton, the man who usually cuts in fights, and that is not a good cut for Melero. It's above the eye, under the eyebrow, and if that opens up again, blood will flow into the eye and affect his vision.
Yeah, almost certainly that will impair the vision.
It's the right eye. Well, Thaxton going in maybe a little bit with the head there and getting a word from the referee, Robin Delpierre.
Could this be justice for Thaxton? You know, the guy that normally cuts. Now his opponent in such an important fight has received the cut.
Well, he certainly doesn't look like, in any sense, a shot fighter or an old man in the early stages of this, Jon Thaxton. He's gone in there fighting with real purpose, carrying it to Melero in the early stages. How did he score that opening round, incidentally, Duke?
Yeah, gave the first round to Thaxton, persistence, busier.
Jon Thaxton, would you believe, has trained 14 times in his career for 12-round fights. That's the level which he's fought for so long. He's doing well here. Melero being outgamed.
Well, you know, there's a lot of miles on the clock with Thaxton, I promise you that, but you know, as he's already said, you know, he trains really, really hard, gets himself in tip-top shape.
Quality shot again, that right hand.
Nice shot from Thaxton.
He's finding a little bit of the form that won him the British title back in 2006 when he beat Lee Meager. That was one of his better performances in recent years. Did a number on Scott Lawton, then Dave Stewart after that. Desperately wanted the Amir Khan fight, of course, and said to me this week, well, you saw what Brady's Prescott did to Khan. I'd have found the left hook which would have done the same. Possibly something that we'll never know now.
Thaxton still being busy, still trying to get inside, swinging in those overhand hooks. Melero just had a little bit of success with his own straight punches, but not busy enough.
Jono, the chant goes up. Thaxton, by his own admission, said this week, I'm not the best boxer of all time, but I'm fit, I'm ready, and I come to battle. That's why people follow me. Another good round. Well, they've got plenty of grease across that cut right eye, doing a good job tidying up. Interesting that in the Thaxton corner, Dominic Ingle was the man doing most of the talking. Of course, it was Thaxton who'd, early in his career, been in that Ingle gym. And we've already heard tonight Jon Thaxton doing, Dominic Ingle doing a terrific job motivating Danny McIntosh to win the English light heavyweight title, now trying to do similarly for Thaxton. Melero needs to do something to impose himself on this fight.
Yeah,
that left knee, Duke, he doesn't look as though he's particularly mobile, Melero, and I think he's struggling a bit.
Yeah, but they're very, very cool in Melero's corner. Very cool, very all together, no panic at all. He just ate that overhand right from Thaxton, though. Stopped him in his tracks.
That's a nice right-hand counter, though, from Melero. Caught him in short. Nice crisp, short right hand. See Junior Witter over on the far side of the ring there, giving his encouragement. He sparred 10 or 12 rounds with Thaxton in the run-up to this, and he is convinced that Jono, his mate over the years, will win.
Well, Melero's struggling with the switch hitting, which Thaxton's posing on him. The right-handed stance is giving him problems, and he switches back left, and he can't quite fathom it out.
Thaxton's doing well so far, keeps this up, he's going to win this title. Long, long way to go, though, of course. It's a 12-round fight. A lot can happen. Melero's cut, dabs at the right eye as he got into that clinch. Thaxton's trying to target it. Good body shots, though. That one was aimed at that right eye, taken on the gloves by Melero.
Right now, Thaxton's fighting the perfect fight. The pace is right, the timing's right, the distance is right. Melero isn't being effective at all.
Oh, great shot! Great shot from Thaxton! That is an absolute peach! Terrific right hand, and I can't see that Malero's going to get up. It's all over, the fight is over, and Jon Thaxton is the European champion with perhaps the best shot he has thrown in his entire career. Brilliant right hand, he rules Europe.
Could you ask for a better finish? The pace was right, as I said. Thaxton was lining it up, he took his time, he was happy, threw the shot. As soon as it landed, he made his way back to his corner because Melero was not going to beat the count. Sensational finish.
Absolutely stunning punch from Jon Thaxton. Melero just receiving a bit of treatment in the ring, keeping a very close look on him. Safety in British boxing is as good as anywhere in the world now, and they'll perhaps give him he's up on his feet, he's just stunned. He was stunned, but not seriously concussed. He's recovered okay. I don't think he knew too much about it. But Jon Thaxton, well, he deserves some congratulations. It's been a long road for Thaxton. In the 90s, he was matched hard, as I said. He lost to people like Colin Dunn, Emmanuel Augustus, Jason Rowlands he lost to Hatton, he lost to Eamon McGee. He never stopped believing in himself, and here tonight, he has done it.
He certainly has. He has a passion for boxing, as he's already stated. And now it's like payback time. He's effectively champion of half the world. The European title is a very prestigious championship, and I'm sure his manager stroke promoter will be pushing for him now to get a world ranking. And perhaps, who knows, Jon Thaxton in 6-12 months from now, if he's got that sort of time left on the clock, will be fighting for a world championship.
He dreams of a world championship. A real one. He fought for the WBF title a few years ago and won that one, but that's kind of a bauble which doesn't really count. He wants the big one. He wants WBC, IBF, WBA or WBO, and look at that smile on his face. You see exactly how much it means to him, and what a spectacular finish it was when it came.
Well, look at this finish. I mean, Thaxton's got his head down. What a left hook. I mean, how can you... That's a right hook, in actual fact, out of an orthodox stance. It's a right hook.
Great punch. He's got a noted left hook, but that was the right hand, right on the button, and you don't throw them any better than that. Watch this.
Fantastic shot, absolutely fantastic shot.
He wasn't going to get up from that one.
And Thaxton knew. Look how he goes back to his corner. He knew the connection was just perfect. Doesn't even really look at him, just goes back to the corner.
Melero still getting a bit of oxygen in his own corner. And Thaxton going over and just making sure everything's okay. That, I'm sure, is precautionary. He looks all right, his wits are about him. Jon Thaxton, though, how much does it mean to him? He's going to have so many good thoughts, good feelings going through him now. It's been a long road. At 34, a lot of people were ready to write him off. Not so.
Well, it's nice to see a nice guy come through. Hopefully we won't get any tears out of Jono tonight, and he'll be absolutely elated with the victory. But he likes to shed a tear or two.
There might be a few tears of joy. Neil Featherby, who's been involved with him, Dominic Ingle by his side, a happy Mick Hennessy behind, Junior Witter, so long a mate and a training partner. They sparred together in the run-up for this, and you can see that Junior is very much sharing in a very happy moment.
Well, stablemates for a long, long time. But tonight's all about Thaxton and the victory, and now the new European champion.
That's a handshake from Barry McGuigan, and Juan Melero still getting a little bit of treatment. There's Barry having a word with Jon Thaxton, who I'm sure will appreciate very much the words of congratulations from a former world champion in our man at ringside with Jim Rosenthal tonight, Barry McGuigan. And Melero still just, well, I don't think he quite knows what hit him, did he? His trainer there, Ricardo Acocha, he'll be having a few words of consolation Jon Thaxton, I can't remember him ever throwing a better punch than that.
Well, he's done it several times in his career, I promise you that. But I think McGuigan will be quids in tonight, because little side bet with Carl Froch there.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. He's got his fiver, hasn't he? He's picked up his fiver. The Froch £5 will be changing hands. Melero's up on his feet now. Thaxton continues to celebrate, and we can, I think, go and get a confirmation of the results, and of course the European Champions belt, which will be presented now to the new European champion, Jon Thaxton.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we make this official, how about a round of applause for Juan Diaz Melero? Referee Robin Dolpier has stopped this fight at 2:29 of the third round. Your winner and European lightweight champion, Jon Thaxton!
Do I detect a little quiver of the bottom lip? Maybe. You wouldn't be surprised. Jon Thaxton, Jim, he's done it.
Sensational performance. Thank you very much, John.
Ladies and gentlemen, to present the bout, please welcome Supervisor Diaz Melero.
Well,
Jim,
we'll
it's
get
all
his
yours.
emotions very shortly. The proudest night of Jon Thaxton's career. And he has won that belt at home. Well done, John. We'll have a chat shortly. You rejoin us in the company of the new European lightweight champion, Jon Thaxton. John, the greatest night of your career, this one?
Oh, it's got to be, you know, with being in Norwich, the support I get here, you know, lifting the British title was one of my ambitions. The European is the next step. You know, I'm so, inside I'm ecstatic, I'm so proud. But what got me through this was obviously my team, but obviously my girls at home, Michaela, my wife, and my two girls. I couldn't lose for them. Last time I boxed, I got beat fighting for this title, and I had to come home the next night and tell the girls that I'd lost, and that was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I ain't doing it tomorrow morning. I'm showing them the belt. I'm saying to them, listen, you want to see my belt? I've got it here. I'm so grateful for Mick for getting me a second chance.
Not many fighters get second chances.
You don't get many second chances in life. Mick got it for me, but he didn't just get it for me, he got it for me in Norwich, and I didn't disappoint today. You know, I'm a very proud person, really am, really.
Just at the look at the other side of things.
Yes.
If he'd have done that to you tonight, would it have been the end of the road for you?
Well, who knows? You know, he didn't do that to me, so I can't say that. At the end of the day, I gave up my British title to fight for the European. It was like a step forward in my career. 6 months ago, I lost this, but where I was 6 months ago, I'm back where I am. We've done a lot of building today, and I'm very proud. Like I say, I'm very proud of myself and also the team. We had a fantastic training camp. Great, he put me through it. Neil, the conditioner, brilliant. Mick got me the fight. John sorted the match out. You know, Dominic's in there with the cuts just in case. Absolute brilliant. Junior sparring. We have a great team.
Listen, you didn't do so badly in there yourself either, by the way.
I did well, but I'm not a one-man person. You know, we're a team. Like I say, maybe that's why someone like Amir Khan didn't want to fight me.
Sure.
Because, you know, of my power. I'll take you out in the first round. I'll take you out in the 12th round.
I'm sure you'll want to have a look at the punch that finished this particular fight. It was a very special moment for you, and a very special shot. A bit of an unusual shot, was it?
Well, after the first round, I thought to myself, I'm going to get him. I am going to get him. Oh, bang. Oh, yeah, perfect. End of the day, I'll hit anyone like that, they'll get knocked out. Like I say, Amir Khan might have all the talent in the world, but could he have took that? Most experts would have said no.
I mean, you're renowned for your left hook. That one came out of nowhere, didn't it?
Listen, I'll hit him with the left, I'll hit him with the right. It didn't come out. After the first round, I thought to myself, I'll get him.
Just tell us very quickly your hopes, your ambitions from here.
Well, since I've been 8 years old, I've had an ambition to be a world champion. You know, I've won the British, I won the European, but it's down to Mick now. Like I said, in ITV, obviously, you know, I'm an exciting fighter. I'll fight anyone. I've never ducked a fight in my life. I fought the likes of Ricky Hatton and everyone like that. You know, I don't always win, but I always put up a good show.
Well, you won and put up a great show tonight. Let's have a quick word with Mick. Mick, your plans for him now? He's got that European belt. That's great credentials.
It's fantastic. I mean, that's a brilliant title. That's the European title. And that was a top European title fight. He'd lost one fight in 37 fights.
No one had ever done that to him before.
No, and that was world-class punching power, how he knocked him out there. If he hit anyone sweet like that in the world, he'd knock him out. And that's why Amir Khan wouldn't come within a million miles of him.
So Amir Khan might not come within a million miles of him. Who will next, do you think?
Well, there's obviously fighters like, you know, Juan, Diaz, Nate Campbell and fighters like that. It's a great division. It's a hard division. And Jon's got a puncher's chance. On that form, he's got a puncher's chance with anyone. So that European belt will get him a real high ranking now, top ranking, on especially with that performance as well. And I'm going to the convention as you heard earlier, and I'm going to be representing Jon, and we're going to look to get him a world title fight.
Thank you very much indeed, Mick.